students, welcome back to Alpha Tutors. Today we are going to study about the topics type of the chemical reaction. Before that, if you are watching my video for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to my channel Alpha Tutors. Let's get started. We already discussed about the chemical reaction and balancing of the chemical reaction. If you haven't watched it, the link is in the description. So first we are going to study about the types of chemical reaction. There are 5 types of chemical reactions: combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, and the redox reactions. So first we will study about the combination reaction. So it is a reaction in which when 2 or more reactants react together to form a single product. That is, in a combination reaction, no matter how many reactants react together, but only a single product is formed. So now let's discuss some of the examples for the combination reaction. Examples of the combination reaction. First one is quicklime react vigorously. The quicklime react vigorously with the water to form the slaked lime. So the chemical name for the quicklime is calcium oxide and the slaked lime is calcium hydroxide. So the reaction will be calcium oxide reacts with the water to form the calcium hydroxide. So the next example will be the burning of the coal. So here the carbon reacts with the oxygen to produce carbon dioxide. And next is the formation of water. So here the hydrogen and oxygen reacts with each other to form the water, that is H2O. So in all these reactions we can see that only a single product is formed. So when we observe the burning of the coal and the quicklime, reactions of the quicklime, we can see that a small amount of heat is released. So the such types of reaction in which the heat is released is called as the exothermic reaction. So don't forget about the exothermic reactions also. So now we will discuss about some of the examples of the exothermic reaction. So the examples of the exothermic reactions are burning of the natural gas. And next example is respiration. So as we respire, we can observe that the carbon dioxide which is coming out from our body will always be warm. And the third examples for the exothermic reaction will be decomposition of the vegetable matters. Into the compost. So in all these above reaction, we can see that the heat is released along the product. Now we are going to discuss about the next type of chemical reaction, that is decomposition reaction. Before that, let me ask you a question. What problem do you face from this chapter? Comment below so that I can try to solve all your doubts. Decomposition reaction is a reaction in which a single reactant decomposes to a simpler product. So note the point that in a decomposition reaction, a single reactant decomposes to a simpler product. color product. So let us discuss some examples for the decomposition reaction. So the first examples for the decomposition reaction, we can take some ferrous sulfate. This ferrous sulfate is in green color. So when you heat it, the ferrous sulfate decomposes to the ferric oxide, Fe2O3 ferric oxide plus SO2 and the SO3. So the green color FeSO4 ferrous sulfate when heated changes to a brown color ferric oxide and it gives a foul smell. The foul smell is given by sulfur dioxide. The foul smelled sulfur dioxide along with the additional product that is SO3. So in this reaction we can say that one single reactant decomposes to the three similar products. This is what the decomposition reaction is. So let us discuss some more examples for the decomposition reactions. The other examples can be the decomposition of the limestone. So when this limestone is heated, it decomposes to the quicklime that is calcium oxide and it also gives carbon dioxide. So the chemical formula for the limestone is CaCO3, that is the calcium carbonate. And for next example for decomposition, we can take at lead nitrate, that is PbNO3 twice. So when we heat the lead nitrate, it decomposes to the lead oxide PbO and along with it nitrogen dioxide NO2 plus O2 is also formed. So these are the best examples for the decomposition reaction. Now we will discuss about the type of the decomposition reaction. There are mainly three types of decomposition reaction. So the first one is thermal decomposition and electrolytic decomposition and photolytic decomposition. So when the decomposition occurs with the help of heat, it is called as, with the heating it is called as thermal decomposition. The best example can be given as the decomposition of lime. So we already discussed about the decomposition of the limestone and it comes under the thermal decomposition. Now we are going to discuss about the electrolytic decomposition. So when decomposition of the reactants occurs by passing electricity, it is called as electrolytic decomposition. The best example for the electrolytic decomposition is electrolysis of water. So what do you know about electrolysis of water? When the electricity is passed through the water, it dissociates, it decomposes to the H2 and O2. Now we are going to discuss about photolytic decomposition. So when the decomposition happens with the help of a light like sunlight etc., it can be said as photolytic decomposition. For example, we can take silver chloride, that is AgCl. So when the silver chloride is placed in the sunlight, we can see that the silver chloride decomposes to the silver and also chlorine. And similarly, when you place silver bromide, AgBr, silver bromide in the sunlight, it decomposes to the silver and the bromine. So the most important thing is the silver chloride and the silver bromide is used in the black and white photographies. So in the combination reaction, we discuss about the exothermic reaction. Now I am going to discuss about in the decomposition, that is endothermic reaction. So what do you know about the endothermic reaction? So during a reaction, when the heat is absorbed, It is called as endothermic reaction. For example, we already discussed about the decomposition of the limestone. So in the limestone, when the heat is absorbed by the limestone decomposes to this quicklime and the carbon dioxide. So the absorption of the heat during a reaction is called as the endothermic reactions. Now we are going to discuss about the third type of chemical reaction, that is displacement reaction. When an element displaces another element from its compound, it is called as displacement reaction. That is, take a test tube and fill it with a copper sulfate solution. And we already know that the copper sulfate solution is blue in color. And dip the iron nail in the copper sulfate solution for 20 minutes. After the 20 minutes, we can see that the color of the iron nail changes into brown and the copper sulfate solution's blue color fades. Why the color of the iron nail and the copper sulfate changes? It is because iron replaces the copper in the copper sulfate solution. So we can study in detail about it. So when the iron is placed, that is Fe is placed inside the copper sulfate solution, the iron displaces the copper in the copper sulfate solution and forms iron sulfate, FeSO4. So the copper is displaced or replaced from this copper sulfate solution and iron sulfate is formed, and this result in the fading of the color. Let's discuss some more examples, like when zinc is placed inside the copper sulfate solution, the zinc displaces the copper. The zinc displaces the copper and the zinc sulfate is formed, and along with the copper. So the basic principle is that the more reactive, not the points, the more reactive. The more reactive element displaces the less reactive element. Here, iron and the zinc is more reactive than the copper. That's why they displaces the copper from the copper sulfate solution, and this is what the displacement reaction is. Next, we will discuss about the double displacement reaction. So, in a double displacement reaction, two different atoms or a group of atoms or ions are exchanged. We get a clear idea about this reaction after discussing an example. For example, take sodium sulfate. And mix the sodium sulfate with the barium chloride. So what do you observe? This sodium sulfate have ions like Na plus and SO4 2 minus. They have ions like Na plus and SO4 2 minus. And the barium chloride BaCl2 have the ions like Ba2 plus and Cl minus. So that is, here as we said above, the exchange of ions. The exchange of ions takes place and the sodium get exchanged with the chloride ion and the Ba2 plus get exchanged with the sulfate ion. That is, we get here the product as BaSO4 plus NaCl. So that is, in this reaction between the sodium sulfate and the barium chloride, the barium sulfate and the sodium chloride is formed and the exchange of ions takes place, and the barium sulfate is seen as the white precipitate and the NaCl is dissolved in the solution. So from this experiment, we understand about double displacement reaction, that is the exchange of ions between the compound. So don't get confused between the displacement and the double displacement reaction. The displacement reaction is the exchange of element, that is the reaction in which element one element displaces the other element. One element displaces the other element. Whereas in the double displacement reaction, the exchange of ions takes place. The exchange of ions takes place. Next, we are going to study about the oxidation and the reduction reaction, that is the redox reaction. So, oxidation is the gain of the oxygen and reduction is the loss of the oxygen. So, for example, take some copper powder. So, take the copper powder in a china dish and heat it. And we know that the copper is in brown color. We all know that the copper is in brown color. And when it turns black while heating, so it turns to black. The brown color copper turns to black while heating. And this is because the copper reacts with the oxygen while heating, which result in the formation of the copper oxide, CuO. So this copper oxide is the result or the reason for the black color. So, in this reaction, we can see that the copper reacts with the oxygen and some type of reaction where the addition of oxygen takes place is called as the oxidation reaction, or the removal of oxygen takes place. Removal of oxygen takes place is called as the reduction reaction. Reduction reaction. And not only the addition of oxygen, the removal of hydrogen is also known as oxidation. So, oxidation can be the removal of hydrogen and reduction can be the addition of hydrogen. For example, we can discuss about the copper oxide. So, we already discussed that the copper reacts with the oxygens to give the copper oxide, which was black in color. And when this copper oxide reacts with the hydrogen, we again get the copper back again. That is, copper oxide plus hydrogen will gives you Cu plus H2O. H2O. So when you observe here, we can see that the copper oxide, the oxygen is removed or reduced to copper. So here copper, the oxygen is removed. And we can see here that the hydrogen gains as the oxygen and changes to H2O. So hydrogen get oxidized. So here we can see that the copper CuO reduce, means the reduction happens, and here oxidation happens for hydrogen, gains oxygen and changes to H2O. So oxidation happens. So in single reaction we can see here that the both oxidation and reduction takes place in one reaction. So such types of reaction is called as redox reaction. About the redox reaction. So now we will look some examples for the redox reaction. So the other examples for the redox reaction is zinc oxide, ZnO plus carbon will gives you Zn plus CO, carbon monoxide. Here zinc oxide in the reactant side loses the oxygen and becomes zinc. Therefore, removal of oxygen happens and that is reduction. And in carbon in the reactant side again gains the oxygen and it becomes carbon monoxide. So that is oxidation happens. So from the above example, we can say that oxidation is the addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen, and reduction is the removal of oxygen and addition of the hydrogen. So let's conclude. Today we studied about the types of chemical reactions and about the combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction and the redox reaction. Okay, that's it for the today's class. Hope you understood my class. Make sure to subscribe to my channel right now. If you have any doubts or suggestions, comment below. See you soon in the next video. Thank you.